What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Brujo 101. Hope everybody is having a fantastic day, evening, afternoon, whatever time you're listening. Thank you for tuning in. We hope we can help you escape from the craziness that the fucking world's in right now and entertain you for a little while. I'm here with, as always, my co-host, Bruja Galactic Spiritual Advisor, Chingado. Tanya, a.k.a. Ashe. How you doing, Tanya?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. You look all very summery with your summer dress and your summer hair.
I left my broom, pero aquí estoy.
No.
Estoy.
You're looking very summery. Very, very good.
Drop top broom.
Yeah.
There you go. Convertible broom.
Convertible broom. And we are joined by Julian or Julian?
Julian? Yeah, Julian. Do Julian.
Julian González, a.k.a. El Gordo Mamón.
Aquí andamos.
That name is way better than mine. His name is way better than mine.
El Gordo Mamón.
It could be like El Brujo Mamón.
Dude, what? So what? Okay, why El Gordo Mamón?
It started because before I had, like I was telling you earlier, I had an auto repair shop, and I was posting shit on the page that was a business page. And shit that shouldn't be posting on a business page. And my wife's like, you can't post that shit on your page. You know, it's like a business page. I'm like, what the fuck do I change my name to? She's like, I don't know. El Gordo Mamón. And then just stuck right there. My wife named me.
Your wife named you El Gordo Mamón. Yeah. Now,
always listen to your wife.
It sounds like, you know, no seas mamón is one of the things that you grow up hearing, you know, when you speak Spanish. Do Cubans say that, Tanya? No seas mamón? No mames?
No mames, no.
But you've heard it from Mexicans, correct?
I use it all the time.
No mames? Shut the fuck up. I can't picture you saying no mames.
With my very close friends.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A ver, give me a no mames.
All right. No, now you made me shy.
She's doing it.
Or we'll be somewhere and somebody's talking and I'll text like Vanessa, no mames. Just depending, like if you're full of shit and you're talking to me, I'm texting Vanessa on the side. No mames.
No mames. Dude, that was that free little inflection right there.
No mames.
Or I say no mouse, Mickey.
No Mickey. What?
That's from the capital of Mexico. So when they want to say no mames, they say no mouse, Mickey.
No mouse, Mickey. So mamón is like somebody who just, you know, fucks around a lot, right?
Yeah, fucks around. I also tell people it like means sucking, you know, means different things.
Sucking, mamón,
no mames, mamando.
Yeah. But actually, in some part of Mexico, that's a compliment. No, te mamaste.
Yeah,
like you did good.
Oh, like that's the shit, huh?
Yeah.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Mamila, the bottle, baby bottle, mamila.
Oh, yeah.
No seas mamila también.
No seas mamila.
I've heard no seas mamila. I've used no seas mamila.
I remember when I was a kid, they say, ya sabes para qué se inventó la leche de vaca? ¿Para qué? Para que no mames.
Oh, that's a good
Or la
one
leche
too.
de botella or whatever the fuck. Something like that.
I've also heard quema mucho el sol. When they want to tell you, no mames, quema mucho el sol.
Heard that one.
Quema mucho.
Mexico City.
No seas mamucho.
No,
Mexico City is the land of just a ton of slang.
I went on YouTube because I wanted to do a video about Mexican slang, and there's like my funniest one is like los vidrios, mis espejos.
Los vidrios, mis espejos.
Esta vieja está buena para chanclear.
What is los vidrios? Like, I'll see you?
Yeah, like los vidrios. Like,
Ay, los vidrios.
¿Qué pasa, pues? ¿Qué pasa por Toluca or something like that? There's one like that too.
Dude, that's
crazy
so
shit.
fucking
Caminando
funny.
y meando. When they tell you to leave, caminando y meando.
That's a song, though.
No manches.
Hey, caminando y meando. Hey. You heard
So, so you started doing all these crazy fucking videos, and then you went from a business page that was doing body shop to doing, you know, sketches and memes
and posting these people that would come to the shop. Like, there would be homeless fools that would like be like racing for dollars and shit out in my shop. Some one fools were they were gay and they would be like making out and give each other hickeys for like crazy shit.
Are you paying these people to do these
I would buy them lunch. I mean, nobody else is buying them lunch.
No.
Nobody else.
Did they just show up and they're doing this shit and then you're like, if I can record it, I'll buy you lunch?
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
But then they started coming back regularly, you know, like, hey, what's up, fool, for lunch?
What's up, fool? ¿Va a haber pozole o qué chingados?
I'll get this fool hickey for a burrito, fool.
That's hysterical. No way.
That's a good
Could you
burrito.
imagine that conversation? Bro, I know you're hungry and this is going to sound crazy, but if you let me suck on your neck, we're both going to get fucking fed. Shut the fuck up. No, bro. I just got to
Fucking
suck on your neck and there's going to be this fucking fat guy recording it. Wait, all I got to do is suck on your neck. No, you got to let me suck on your neck. What if we both suck on your neck? Then we eat all day, motherfucker. This is good. Are you kidding me right now?
And there would always people be like coming by selling shit too, like different. Like there was a where my shop was. It was right behind a sex shop. So my shop was right here, and the sex shop was right here.
Well, that's
so
just,
there was
that's just
hookers
fate.
there, and like
That's just fate.
I'll see like people's like parents walking, my homies' parents walking into the sex shop, like people you know.
Hey, dude, parents like fucking.
They said they had the little movies in there. They had the movies.
Well, they'd go in there to
They
watch
still
the
had
movies.
Yeah, they had the DVDs in there.
Oh, I thought he meant for some reason. I thought you would put the quarter.
The peep show.
No, they have that. They have that.
Oh,
in there.
oh,
So you go in there, you
weird.
can
I'm
watch
like,
it.
oh, that we're so evolved.
You can
from
go in
that
there
now.
and like they would go. You can still go right now today.
What do you know about that shit, Tanya?
The peep shows.
Huh?
I've traveled a lot to a lot of European countries,
Uh-huh.
and I feel like when you travel, you have to go everywhere.
Sure.
So anyway. So
Red light district?
I've seen a lot of things because it's
Amsterdam.
Yeah, well, I've been to Las Ramblas. I've been to different places like Prague, things like that. But
Is there a lot of fucking in Prague?
I went there.
there's a lot of LGBTQ in Prague, which I wasn't aware of the first time I went years ago. Like I went like 14 years ago the first time, and then I kept going. And now I'm like, wow, there's like, that's so crazy. It's really become like a mecca of like LGBTQ. So there's like very good parties. From what I hear, very good drugs. I don't do drugs, but I heard there's very good drugs. And there's just a lot of shit going on in Prague.
Really?
I blacked out over there.
Really?
In
You
Prague?
blacked out?
Yeah.
You're the second
in the
person?
military. When the military, and we just took. It was like a 6-hour drive from the base we were at, and we just took off to Prague, and we rented like a. I don't know if at that time.
Were you in Germany?
Yeah, I was in Germany.
Yeah, 6 hours.
Yeah, so I was. We went to this club. It was like 3 stories club with crazy, and we met some chicks from like Fresno.
Shut the fuck up.
You went to Prague to meet some girl from Fresno?
And then I just blacked out, bro. And I don't remember. I have like a scar right here somewhere when I cut my hair. wrist and
Oh
shit.
my God. You're the second person who talks to me and tells me they
Wow.
blacked out in
Bro,
Prague.
It was crazy over there.
That's freaking awesome.
And it's
What
cheap,
year
too.
was that?
That was probably like 2000 and I want to say maybe end of 8, maybe beginning 09, somewhere in there.
Oh shit! Right after the crash.
Yeah, cause we just had got back from Iraq,
Wow.
and then we went to the fucking zoo too, all drunk.
To the zoo in Prague.
Yeah, it's all cold and shit. It's fucking
Was it cold? Yeah, I was going to say,
Fucking cold over
it's
there,
fucking
bro.
really cold. Yeah.
Wow. No. I mean, I'd love to go to Prague. I'd love to go to Prague. I'd like to go find the Santo Niño in Prague.
Oh,
you know.
yeah. You can go to the Church of St. Nicholas.
St. Nicholas.
Well, that's why my son's name is Nicholas.
Because of the church in Prague.
I was pregnant when I went there.
St. Nicholas,
And I
the
like that
patron,
church so much, and
the
I was
patron
like-
saint of strippers and
Hookers,
prostitutes.
prostitutes.
Yeah, St. Nicholas.
I wish I kind of wish when I was
The
over there I would have
destitute.
went to go see more shit like that, you know. But fucking young.
There's a lot of cool shit in
Yeah, like,
Prague.
but I was young, you know, and I
you
just
should
wanna
go
party.
again because it's a very like they have a lot of rich history, but they also have a lot of like rich like magical history in Prague. So if you talk to the right people and you kind of tell them I'm kind of interested in this because they have like the alchemist, it's a big thing in Prague. You can go visit where the alchemist where he lived because there was a famous alchemist there, and they're very into like, you know, in Europe, I'm not saying that like vampires are real or anything like that, but I'm saying if they existed, they would live in Prague.
Yeah.
Because that whole fucking place, once the sun goes down, it's creepy as shit. And
Yeah, it's like weird.
It's weird, and and it's a little court, right? So you went to the historic court. It's small, and you can't see like if it's really foggy, you can't see your hand in front of you. And I went in November once, and I was like, this shit is kind of scary. Like that's where the Church of Bones is. You take a ride to the Church of Bones. They had a lot of like Viking influence too. They had a lot of influences from stuff like that, but they also have a very lively adult entertainment side.
Like even
now.
the
Really?
neighborhoods look like ghetto, like project style, like the apartments and stuff.
There is some that do
Like-
that do look ghetto. Yeah, that's true. There
Where
is
was that? I
some.
don't know.
Is it when you say that there's a lot of adult entertainment? Is sex work legal there?
Oh wow, I don't know if it's legal, but I do know they're very laxed about a lot of things because I have a friend who went to Prague and then like met a drug dealer online, hung out with the drug dealer, bought drugs from him, hooked up later with the drug dealer just to hang out. The guy gave him free drugs. He was like, just hang out with me. Like, it's all okay. Like, you're in Europe. I was like, dude, you could have fucking died.
My homies
And-
invited a hooker thing to the room when I woke up. I seen this fool in the room.
And he's like, no. Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure it's pretty legal.
You know, God bless them, dude. Like,
bless 'em.
get wherever the hell you want to fucking, you know, enjoy it. Fuck it.
But
now,
how much do you think a peep show makes? I'm sorry, in the United States, like that place has a peep show.
I mean, there's people going like every day. Like, there's like $5
You think it's
for
still
a movie.
Oh, I was.
Oh, it's not a quarter, homie. There's
I think-
inflation.
I think you pay.
Yeah.
You pay. You pick your DVD. You put it in, and then you watch it, and you just leave.
What?
You just leave.
Well, I would always talk to the dude, and I'm like,
why aren't these
you
people
buying
on
the DVD?
Pornhub? Why
because
aren't
they're
they-
older people, like viejitos, yeah, like older.
Well, why aren't
you
they
know?
buying the DVD? I figured they were older.
Because
so
maybe
why
they
don't
don't want nobody to know. They just go on their lunch,
Oh,
maybe
like
like
a
a secret.
secret.
It's this little. It's
Me
called,
and Martin were all
It's
get a
called
subscription.
L'Amour Shop.
L'Amour.
L'Amour Shop.
There's a lot of places in the valley that have, like, you know, these movie theaters where people go in there and they just fuck and things. That's from what, like, I've heard. I don't know.
I've heard about that too. Martin and I have heard about a lot of the same
There's a
things.
lot-
I don't want to. I don't ever
Hey,
want to
that's
go.
what they say.
Look, I want to tell y'all something. I am very easily grossed out by things. That'd be too much body fluid for me. I never want to go to anything like that. But I have heard that there are things like that, and nobody cares. Like, you're on this side, they're on that side.
Well, I mean, look, Pee
They
Wee
don't
Herman got
give a
caught
shit.
jacking off in a theater, right?
Yeah.
So did George Michael in a
Yeah,
bathroom.
and so it's not like they were the only motherfuckers jacking off in the theater, and they were the unlucky ones that got caught. No, it's like that must be a common thing. These guys were just high profile, and then they, you know,
Got
got a
caught,
ticket
yeah.
or whatever.
That has to be something. Though,
It has to be a thing, right?
It has to be. There has to be like a rush that
Like
they
a
were in
fetish.
this.
Get
Yeah,
caught.
right.
They or maybe they like the rush of getting caught jerking
Like,
off.
you have a lot of money. Why are you at this park, this ghetto ass park? Like, come on now.
Just busting a nut.
Yeah, like go
Maybe
home.
they like the sound of everybody else in the,
Oh, maybe.
in the background. Maybe they like the
maybe.
sound of people eating popcorn.
You know that those kernels turn me the fuck
The
on.
bird, the people picking up the popcorn kernels, the birds.
Échale más mantequilla. Put more butter on it. Put butter.
Did you buy the sex shop by?
Oh no! It was my dad picked the location.
Right.
For some reason, every shop my dad had was always a strip club close by. There's always something ghetto about it. Where he
That's
picked.
awesome. So then
And I'm like, okay.
you start doing your page. You have a pretty successful page. It's funny. It's entertainment. You're pretty ballsy. You're one of them dudes that you'll start jumping around, no shirt, fucking
yeah.
Chi-Chi's bouncing. You don't give a damn.
Nope.
As long as the people get entertained.
Yeah. I don't care, man. I'm just having a good time, bro. Entertaining people, and I just love doing it. Like, I'm fat, bro. What am I gonna do? I know people that are skinnier than me that won't take their shirt off, bro.
Yeah, there's people. Listen,
They won't.
I am a big fan of taking off. Like, whenever I can take off my shirt, I take off
that
my
feels
shirt.
good.
It feels amazing. I love being. I've been to a nudist resort. I love it. I can't
Of
wait to
course
go to
you have.
another one.
Of course you have.
I love being. I hate clothes. If I could walk around naked, I'd walk around naked.
You sound like my son.
Dude, it's fucking clothes are horrible.
I'm convinced my son was like a nudist in his past life because if he
we were all nudists.
he's like, what is up with all this?
We
I'm
were
like,
all
it's
nudists. I
called
mean, most
society.
people were nudists. You know, I mean, you look at the Bible; those motherfuckers were nude.
I like to sleep with my chonies on. Bro. We're most comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like if you go to a nude beach, because I've also been to a nude beach. Well,
Yeah.
Martin, our lives are so.
I've been to a few nude
right?
beaches.
I've never been to one.
The people who really should be at the nude beach never are.
But that's the thing. That's,
the people who
that's such
should
a
probably
horrible
keep
thing
that-
to say.
I'm sorry, but
No.
But the first time I went to a nude beach, I was in my 20s, and it was nothing. I was in Jamaica. It was nothing but like men in their 60s, legit,
Because they're tired of wearing clothes.
or
Yeah.
and then the girls were younger, right? So I feel like after that experience, I mean, I've been to Europe and stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to go.
I've been to a resort in Florida where everybody was older, and it was older women of all shapes and sizes. There was the majority of the people there were of an average body. Nobody was fit, you know. Nobody was like all
normal-
chingon.
normal
Yeah,
people, normal
just
people.
normal people without clothes. And I think that people compensate with clothes to cover up their imperfections, their insecurities, and all that shit. When you take it off, it's just that's it.
Well, how many people don't even really like to shop for clothes because even in clothes they don't feel comfortable.
They don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Right. So there's people who
Yeah.
are like, I don't like to go to the store. I don't like to try anything on. I don't like to.
Well, and you laugh at me when I say that I'm a body positive model, but it's a message that needs to be for both men and women, not just.
No.
Yes.
I didn't laugh.
No. You said what? You said worse. You said, "Are you high, motherfucker?"
Yeah.
I never.
She did say that.
But I didn't say motherfucker. I didn't say motherfucker. I said, "Are you high right now?"
No.
That's what I said.
No.
Not because it's a bad thing to be high, but sometimes when Martin gets high, his consciousness reaches another level, and then a lot of different things come into play. So I thought possibly
No.
you had partaken in something. But if you want, I think it's awesome. I think the fact that you take off your shirt, you jump around, that's cool too. Because I think that the
You
most
dance around in your chones.
Get the hell out of here.
Because I was getting had a sponsorship from an underwear company, so I was doing my video. Their underwears have a pouch for your balls in it. So I did a video and there was like an eagle in the front, like.
That is funny.
And then they have another one.
Awesome.
And they had another one that has like a cream pie in the middle with a cherry on it. Like you're in the.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm all
They're
thinking.
comfortable underwears. I mean, and they're paying me to do it. Why not? Body positive, bro.
Body positive, homie.
There's girls. I was in San Diego, and there's a lot of girls pretty big out there wearing less stuff, less and less stuff.
Hey, listen.
We're okay with the big girls wearing nothing too.
No, and I feel like it's more and more.
I think that's the thing. You know, everybody wants to wait for the summer body. Fuck it. We're at the end of June. This is your summer body.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. And like I've been to pools and the beach where dudes who aren't that big won't take off their shirt, not because they're afraid of the sun, not because
They're
they're
just
afraid
embarrassed.
of they're embarrassed.
I feel like that's like a whole nother level. Like I feel like
But it's a lot of people like that. It's not just, and there's like women who also will wear like a t-shirt over their bathing suit.
Yeah.
You know, or
I've seen that even in Vegas. Like we'll go to the pool. Like I'm not in the best shape of my life, but yo tengo lo mío, so I don't care. Like I wear what I want, I do what I want, and if today we're going to the beach, we're going to the beach. Because realistically, I think that the thought that everyone's looking at you, unless you're you, they're really looking at you. But like me, who the fuck's gonna be looking? Nobody gives a shit. Like when
that's the thing. I think that as you get older, you realize that nobody really gives a fuck. Like you think
they're not looking at me. They got other shit to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, exactly. And in a lot, just common courtesy in a lot of these places, gawking is completely frowned upon. So it's not like anyone.
No, yeah, on the nude beach, nobody was gawking. Nobody
Yeah.
even got close to me. Never has that happened. And the other thing too, I feel like is like there's a time and a place for things, right? Like I don't care what you wear when you are out at the club. I don't care what you wear when you're at the pool. Like if you're walking around like somewhere where there's kids and you're half naked, probably a little tacky.
So there's a lot of places, a lot of nudist resorts where families go. There's in Sequoia, for instance, there's a campground and it's all family friendly.
But everybody's naked.
Yes.
So you know what you're getting into.
Yes.
So I'm talking about like when you go somewhere, like you're at Disneyland.
Like the mall.
No, you're at Disneyland and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like totally inappropriate. Like, come on, girl.
If you're at Disneyland, there's no reason you should be wearing see-through clothes.
Yeah, like that's fucking crazy.
No. If you're at the rave, I get it. No, and look, and I think, and I've said this before, that everything, like, if I were to walk around in a G-string in the market, people would probably be like, "Hey, man, call the cops on this crazy motherfucker," right? So the closer I am to a body of water, the more accepted that is. So it's like I don't give a fuck if there's a family there. They don't care as long as there's water.
But
if there's
feel like,
water, you can wear a thong.
A lot of things are accepted when you're by water, don't you? Like
Sure.
I feel like even when you vacation by water, more shit's accepted.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Mexico and you're in Puerto Vallarta and you get shit faced and you're passed out drunk.
Está bien, güey.
You know, Puerto Vallarta. If you do that shit in New York, you getting arrested probably.
100%. Now, I will say this, that I think a lot of Americans, or because of the way that we are raised with sex and the culture of sex, we sexualize nudity. Where it's just nudity.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be sexualized. Your clothing or lack thereof does not sexualize you.
That's a really good point because you know in Santeria we do rompimientos and part of that is we cut your clothes and it gets ripped off you. So we in my home, if you're a woman, I'm ripping all your clothes off. If you're a man, I will start and then I'll leave for you to rip it. But that's just because of the way I am. If you go to Cuba,
Yeah.
Man, woman, child, it don't matter. We're going to rip the clothes. We're going to do it the way it's been done for fucking 2,000 years. And when people go to Cuba, like we took some god kids to Cuba and we can't tell them anything what's going to happen, right? Well, I'll tell, now you guys all know, sometimes they rip your clothes. And I heard my godson, I could hear him in the other room. He's all, madrina? And I had to walk in. I'm like, you need to be quiet. Nobody cares. These people have seen 10,000 penises, bigger, smaller, the same as you. Nobody's looking. Like, they don't give a shit. They're like a machine. They're going. They don't have that malice that they're sexualizing.
And again, sexualizing nudity or sexualizing. Yeah, there's. I was in Norway a few weeks ago, and I was talking to a dude who used to live in Texas and moved to Norway and Sweden. He's gone back and forth from Norway and Sweden. He's like, you can go to the spa, and families go together. You go with your mom, your dad, you know, and when you get through a certain part of the spa, everybody gets naked. And it has nothing to do with sex. He goes, and it took me like I'd be with my wife at different places where women are just topless, and I'd be like, oh shit. And she's like, you got to get over it, dude. It's just fucking like, stop. Like, this has nothing. It's not like she's sitting there saying, hey, fuck me, you know? And I think I think we get that twist. And some people would say, oh, well, that's just perverted. That's perverted. Really? What's really perverted? You sexualizing somebody that's nude or somebody who's just fucking nude, not giving a fuck?
The perverted part, I think, is in your mind.
Correct.
Right? Because I think there's a time and a place for everything. My mom's going to be 64 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And she goes to the Korean spa.
Dude.
And it's completely nude. So I want to tell you, she took me. Did not tell me. I walk in, right? And I'm like, okay, I like to go to spas. Right?
Pay back for her kids.
Totally. I was like, damn. So I go with my mom and she's like, okay, we're right there. I go, okay, well, where's the robe? She goes, well, there's a robe, but they're going to, I was like, what?
She's like, Tanya, they've seen a million titties. They see titties, bigger ones, littler ones. Like, just like you said to those poor bastards in Cuba.
And when it was me, I was like, what is going to happen to me? Yeah, right. Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a shit.
The ladies were like, because they in Korean spas, if you guys don't know, first they give you like a sugar scrub, a salt scrub, then they oil you up. You're basically treated like you're being tenderized like a piece of meat.
Bro.
Salt, sugar, oil, hot water, cold water.
I have a friend, or an acquaintance rather, who frequents the Korean spa. And he took a bunch of like mutual friends. I wasn't around for that. They go to the Korean spa. Nobody's been.
Okay.
He's like, oh, because it's apparently it's pretty affordable.
It's like 100 and something.
And so he's like, take you guys to the Korean spa. So next thing you know, these dudes are in there. They put them on this slab, and he goes, bro, it was the fucking craziest scrubbing, the most painful fucking. Oh yeah, because
they don't give a fuck. They're not being nice about it.
Bro, he goes, and and there's another dude right next to me getting, and he goes, we're all fucking getting violated. This asshole did not say shit about what was gonna happen. He goes, and then we're all sitting in a steam room just staring at each other like in shame, Like,
I thought it was gonna be more gentle too.
Dude, it's so rough.
And then they were like, leg up, leg down, turn. I was like, oh fuck, here we go. Yeah, I only went once. I want to tell you, I only went once.
Did it feel good after?
Afterwards, it was the best. Like, my skin felt so fucking soft. I was like, my mother literally goes, if she can, once a week. Oh shit. Like, Eugenia gets down with the Korean spa.
I know so many people that go to the Korean spa. Yeah. You know who's a big fan?
Who?
I don't want to blast them, but you said you texted earlier.
Oh, yeah? That's funny.
Big fan. Big fan of the Korean spa.
Oh, I say his name. No, I'm just kidding. You know who talks about it a lot, too? Bobby Lee.
Really?
Yeah, he talks about it a lot, too.
Well, but he's Korean.
Yeah, but, like, even Koreans don't go anymore because, like, I work with Koreans, and I'll tell them, oh, my mom goes to the Korean spa. And they're like, oh, yeah, isn't it weird to you? I'm like, no, I've been there. They're like, but everybody's naked. Well, yeah, they're not.
Like I said, people get so freaked out over naked.
Do you ever get like blocked on Insta because you're like in tus calzones dancing around with your ego?
I have like more not on Instagram, TikTok. TikTok has took my video down for being like in underwears. But there'll be a chick showing underwear. But there'll be a chick showing her camel toe, and that shit's all million views, dog.
TikTok's stupid, right? Because I put a thing about like a brujeria, and it was a tongue, and they were like, it's sexual. Yeah. It was a tongue from an animal.
But sometimes people would like report it.
And I was like, how fucking dumb is this?
I don't know.
Well, bestiality is legal in a few states. So.
But it was just a tongue. I have the picture. I'll show it to you later.
Yes.
But it was just.
Instagram's a little bit more lenient. TikTok is more because I guess more kids are on it.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe.
I guess
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
But
And China.
Yeah, you'll see like a girl like
China.
breastfeeding that's still on there. Like, oh, it's natural, it's breastfeeding. The titties out,
Jesus. Listen, there's
breastfeeding is natural.
I mean, it is, but I'm saying it's still showing something. And
there's gonna be a lot more breastfeeding now. Nice.
There's no more formula.
No. There's no more
There's no
formula.
more abortion
and
either.
There's more babies coming.
There's no more abortion either.
There's no formula. We got more babies.
See,
Them titties are gonna be working
all
overtime.
in the plan, bro. All in the plan.
Oh yeah, there was no
no
formula,
formula,
no
abortion.
Hey,
Híjole.
Next is no sex.
Next is abstinence for everybody.
For everybody.
Está
Well, I mean,
cabrón.
look, I don't want to get political here. So
Chastity belts for everybody.
this is a spiritual podcast, so I don't want to get too crazy. But I mean, it was the ban heard around the world. Actually, it's not a ban, right? They just handed it over to the states, and women are angry.
Yeah, they handed it over to the states, so the states with lesser resources and higher amounts of poverty are going to get fucked like they always do, because laws like that don't affect people who are the upper crust. They affect people
Who are affluent. Yeah.
They affect people who are at the bottom or close to the bottom.
Yeah, dude. Do you think it's gonna? Somebody was asking me earlier, and I said this took 50 years. I don't know if, with what's going on with the Supreme Court right now, is it going to be another 50 years before you see this reversed?
I think that they're going to come up with some kind of
Medium?
like a middle, because there's so many people who are upset, and there's going to be so many people who are going to start, like, haven't you seen all the TikToks where people are like, I have a house, I have a room, come stay with me, I mean, that's unrealistic really, but like, I think that we don't have the money or the resources to care for all these children who are going to be born to people who don't want them. That's the kicker, right? Like, fuck everything else. Like, I actually was talking, and I don't want to get political or anything, but I just think it's really fucked up that you would force somebody to have a child they don't want. How are they going to treat that kid?
Yeah, no, listen.
That's fucking crazy to
shitty.
me.
It's a
It's
shitty
shitty, right?
situation.
Like,
Yeah.
It's just it's a fucked up everything. It's like, but it's a never ending conversation, bro.
But the crazy, but the thing is that it's really, there's a lot of people that say that a lot of people are mad. I think there's a lot of people who are very happy that this happened.
Yeah.
They've been praying for this date
Yeah.
to happen.
Yeah.
But now we're legislating now with the Bible. And I think that is dangerous ground, because there's so many, because now once that happens, what else is going to happen that's also based on biblical teaching?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things based on biblical teaching, and once you open that Pandora's box, you're setting it up for
lot of shit.
literally the Handmaid's Tale.
that's crazy, huh?
Yeah. So what man speaks for you? Nice.
I said who?
You're like, huh?
No, but that's literally what's going on. The government now speaks for you. The government is making that decision and speaking for you.
So this is like why, like, all those people who are like the off the grid people, I'm gonna live off the grid. Like, I used to think those people are fucking cuckoo, and now I'm like, maybe you're onto something, because I followed this girl who moved to Mexico, right? This white lady who married a Mexican. He got deported. They were married, yeah, right. And now they're building a house or whatever. Like, usually I don't follow a lot of people on TikTok. I only go on it to argue. But like, that's legit. Like, you will see my TikTok. I got 4 videos. I only go on to talk shit. So see, Chiquis is like, yep.
It's a troll.
So no, I tell them who I am. I tell them to message me. I'll give them my cell phone. The thing is with that lady is she's like, she talks about like how moving to Mexico was so rough, and now she like genuinely looks happy, right? Of course, her kids are in a little pueblito. People talk shit to her because the kids are white and they're like a little pueblito. If it was a Mexican kid running around with a fucking goat, nobody would care.
Yeah.
But her kids are white, so they're like, how could you do that to your children? But it's like, maybe those people who've left the country, maybe they got an idea. I don't know. I don't know.
When I was in Spain, I met a comedian, a woman who had moved from New York and one had moved from Denver. I was talking to the one from New York, and pretty young. And she said that her parents were like kind of freaked out at first. And they were like, okay, when is this phase going to be over? When are you moving back? And she said, this is, before, like, this is when the that leak happened where they basically foreshadowed that this was coming.
Yeah.
And so she was like, now with the whole Roe v. Wade and everything else that's going on, they are changing their tune and saying we might come and live with you now, which is fucking nuts. You know, there are people, there's somebody who went on, you know, there's like people doing like extreme actions to get attention. You know, there's a guy that renounced his citizenship. I think he's an actor or something.
No, he's a singer from Green Day.
He's a singer.
He's a singer from
the singer
Green
from
Day.
Green Day. Thank you.
He said he's going to stay in the UK now.
And just renounced his citizenship. And which is like, you know, I mean, people are just going to say, well, keep it moving. Get the fuck out if you don't like it, you know? And I think it's crazy when people's mothers had more rights than the women today. Like when your grandmother had more rights than you, that's a crazy place. No matter how you feel about it emotionally or personally, the fact that your grandmother had more rights than you over her body is fucking not okay. It's not okay.
That's crazy.
You know?
That shit got really serious, really sad, really fast. Let's talk about you in your underwear again. I'm sorry. Go.
So El Gordo Mamon is the page where you can get entertained. But so here at Brujo 101, what I wanted to talk to you about, Julian, is, you know, your spirituality or views of it. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that you were raised Catholic.
Yeah, like whatever, like it wasn't serious. My aunt that watched me, she is really, really Catholic. She lived literally like down the street from the church, so she was always there. She still is to this day. So when I go, she still is like, "Hey, why haven't you baptized your kids yet?" Like,
oh, nice.
So how many kids do you have?
I have 4 kids now.
That's interesting. Did you baptize any one of them? None of them.
No.
Not even the first one.
No. But he got baptized. Now he's gonna be 17. He got baptized this year at what church we go, Christian church now.
So you're Christian
now, yeah.
So okay, interesting. You grew up Catholic, didn't really go.
Yeah.
And when did you become a Christian?
Probably like, honestly, I didn't like any of the churches, anything. Like I believed in God and everything, but I felt like the church. Like I tell everybody, at the end of the day, I feel like the church is a business for a lot of them. But I got to the point where, like, if I'm going to give them money and they're going to do some shit with it, that's all on them, you know. I'm still giving for my kindness of my heart, you know.
To the church.
To the church. But it's not all about the giving, you know. So I feel like the people the church I go to now, it wasn't, that pastor wasn't forcing me to go there. Like, we were just kind of would meet all the time somehow, some way. He would always see me. And my son started going there first. And I just told him how I felt about the church. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll go one day. Maybe I'll go. And I just went one day and then I go. So
your son went to church. How old was your son when he found church?
He was going, he was 14, I think, 14, 15. So we were never like into church, like our family. My dad went to jail, became a Christian. You know, the guys that come out of jail.
100%.
Found the Lord.
Found the Lord, but he was still talked to women. You know, he was just always, that was his big downfall. He always liked women.
Why is that a downfall?
I'm saying for him, like, I'm not saying downfall for him. I say
that's the other thing that we were talking about is like how, you know, so many people feel like, oh, because you're attracted to more than one person, that's a weakness.
No, it's not a weakness.
A downfall, you say. You called it worse than a weakness.
I say downfall for him because it led him to drugs. My mom, he was married to my mom. I had
well, he probably would have done drugs whether he'd been fucking around or not.
I mean, for me, that's how I see it for him.
Okay.
From my experience of being with him, and in that just from when I was I want to say like 12, like that dude was always talking to women. He was in my life.
And he was married?
He was still married to my mom. My mom was with him till she was like 24.
How old was she?
Not 24. 24 years I met. She was with him.
I was like, what?
I want to say 24 years. But it's funny because
your mom was with him for 24 years?
Yeah.
Wow, que aguante, huh?
Yeah, and what's funny is I was thinking on the way over here because you said the brujo stuff, and she was really into that when he was with all that happening. There she would go to my people that I would go with her to these people that were que están leyendo las cartas. I remember the lady, she was like flipping the cards, like, mira, están duros, no quieren dar las tarjetas, quieren parar, you know. And then
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, like she was like trying to shuffle the cards and
it wouldn't.
They wouldn't like that. And
no quieren hablar las cartas, necesitan más dinero.
And then they would blame, and then they would blame
Con otros $20 a lo mejor hablan. No
And it's funny
sé.
because I know
Dame tu ATM.
they spent a lot of
ponlo
money on that
aquí.
shit, bro. I know they did.
Oh,
And
that's sad because they took her hope and then they.
the funniest
that's not
one
cool.
for me, the one they told her to do was they said that my dad had something evil always following him around and shit like that. So they told her to go throw lettuce all over the whole house.
Otro what?
Lettuce. Like throw lettuce all over the house.
No, you're lying.
I'm being dead serious. Throw lettuce all over the house.
Lettuce like when you make with the,
Lechuga. Sweep it all up, throw it in
Bro,
a black
you know,
bag. and
all
throw it
I
in the
keep
fields.
thinking right now is, remember that show? God damn it, what show was that? With Raj and Dee and Rerun.
Oh my God! Oh, what good times.
Good time.
No.
No.
That was you. That was
That was really old.
that was
Raj
Raj and Dee
and Rerun.
It sounds familiar. but-
Oh my
I don't want
God.
to take a test. That's not it. That's like a really old show. I don't know.
No,
Wait,
it
I'm
was-
back to the lechuga. So
And Shirley and Shirley Shirley, what the fuck was her name? She's a comedian. She passed away recently. Not recently, but wasn't. Anyway, that show Rerun would join the cult.
Yeah.
And then when they went, when they went, they said, "Oh, we give all our money to Ralph." And it's like, "Who's Ralph?" And then they go, and it's a fucking head of lettuce. And then they go,
get the
"You
fuck outta
worship
here."
a head of lettuce?" Oh, dude,
That's-
what's happening?
Oh, what's happened?
That's the name of the show.
But I want to know if anything happened after the lettuce.
I
So
don't know.
what was the whole point of the lettuce?
So it was to get the bad spirit out of the house that was there, supposedly. Like, I personally felt like that house moved into Salinas when we moved from San Jose to Salinas. I felt like that house did fucking have something in it, bro. Like,
I don't think the lettuce would help.
no, I'm not saying it didn't help, but I felt like that house just has some weird vibe to it, bro. Like, just
Bro, if I go
Like-
to a spiritual practitioner of any sort,
Yeah.
whatever the hell they're doing, with cartas, with anything, and they say to me, "There's an evil spirit in your house. This is what you're gonna do, big guy.
Big
Go get some. You go get some lettuce, and you're just
Big
gonna
guy.
throw
first
lechuga
make
everywhere.
a sandwich first, right? And then the rest, just
What kind of lettuce? Romaine,
red
I
romaine.
know.
fucking iceberg. What kind of lettuce was this?
Yeah.
So like
Green
So
leafy.
I seen that as a kid, like see them. My dad would go to them, her like they were just trying to go battle back and forth because they want to know what the fuck they're cheating on with and what's going on and just
they would go to the same person.
not the same person, but I know
Oh,
they were
but different
they would
people,
talk
different
about
people.
it and my aunts would go and this person and like that was. I remember one time I walked in the room, she had a candle with the picture of all of us, like the family and the fucking candle and the little thing, you know, like shit. They
To keep it together.
I guess I don't fucking know.
Well, that's not good. That
But I know, hey,
thing
listen,
is,
I'm
will
just-
like tear it apart.
I'm just saying that's the shit I can see them do.
Are you Mexican?
Yeah. So I don't know.
Dude.
And when I had the shop, there was
What
one
kind
guy that
of
would
fucking shit is
when I had
going
the
on in
shop there-
Salinas, homie?
Bro, there's a lot of people that do that shit over there.
Yeah.
So I don't do.
Well, there's brujeria
not
everywhere
saying
right
we-
now.
we-
No, I mean I don't use lettuce unless it's for a salad, and I'm a santera. We don't
Yeah.
throw cards, but I think like that story is so typical of somebody who was looking for help.
Yeah.
And then they totally fuck you, and then they totally like use, because obviously just by what you said, the situation didn't get better, and they use your hope, right? All you have left is hope.
Yeah.
So if you tell me to throw lettuce, we laugh, right? But your mom was probably really hoping that the lettuce would work.
Yeah, she
right?
was, man. Like she
So-
had held on to my dad. Like she's like fucking put up with that dude, bro. Like you know what I mean.
That's so that's like
24
so,
years, bro.
Yeah, that's like so sad. Like we say, like, I've heard a lot of people tell me shit, and I'm like, why would you do that? That's so dumb in my head, right? I don't ever say it out loud.
Yeah.
But then I'm
They
like,
want to believe so bad.
yeah, but and then someone told me, my mom told me, she was like, it's not dumb. They want to believe. They want help. They're going to this person who they were told would help them. So it's not the person who's doing it that's like, oh my God.
No, they're doing it in good faith.
Yeah, the shitty person is the person who sent you to do it. Like, you know that shit don't exist. Ain't nobody cleaning shit with lettuce.
Listen, as ridiculous as that sounds, does it sound as ridiculous as when God told Abraham, go take your son and burn him on the goddamn freaking mountain as an offering?
Well, then he didn't let him do it, and he got a goat.
I
but-
get that, but the fact is that his intent was, we're going to do this. Come on, motherfucker, let's go burn you.
Well,
Well, he didn't tell him that. He said, let's go for a walk.
You know, I don't believe in the Bible, but if I did, I would say that has a lot of origins in the fact that a lot of pagan religions would sacrifice humans. So I think they had to tie it in somewhere. And I also think that it shows you that God the God that they sell you in the Bible, for the most part, is a vengeful God, like in Catholicism.
Yeah.
If you do this, he's going to fucking do that. If you do this, and then they want you
Well,
to...
the ultimate. Hell.
Yeah, and they
Burning for fucking eternity, where they'll be gnashing of teeth forever and ever
and they
and
want
ever.
you to be and have this like blind faith, like put your son, because if God says to put your son, he's not going to let you really put your son. Maybe Abraham just got lucky. Maybe if it was somebody else, you get fucked. But it's like, I feel like there's a lot of churches now that are more open-minded and more open even to like homosexuality and try to be more inclusive. But I think that in the Bible, God is scary and vengeful and mean. That's not the God that I know.
I'm gonna drown you, motherfuckers.
No, I'm
Keep
gonna
on
fucking drown
and-
you. I'm gonna set you on fire.
Los voy a ahogar,
And if
cabrones,
you're a
sigan
woman, cuidadito,
cogiendo.
because I can make everybody pregnant, even if we don't fuck. Look at this lady.
Oh.
Like, he's fucking.
Mary, show him.
He's
Come
fucking-
here.
he's
Did Joseph
fucking-
fuck you? No, not yet.
¿Viste? He's fucking everybody over. O sea, ándenle,
No
cabrones.
mames.
or you should have mamar because you wouldn't be pregnant.
Woo!
The fuck? But no, see, like I don't think like, I mean, I don't know. Most churches now, especially I feel like Christian churches try to get more hip with it and are like, okay, we're okay with, you know, homosexuality. We're okay with this. But don't talk about witchcraft. Don't. Those are the American Christian churches? Not the Latino.
Yeah, Latino ones are crazy. Some of those fools.
Oh, the Latino ones are anointing you with Mazola.
I haven't.
I think that's how. Have you ever passed by the Salvadorian ones?
Oh, they got the Salvadorian one?
Yeah, they'd be like all Salvadorian church, or they'd be like all loud. They'd be like security outside and shit. Like,
You're serious?
yeah, go to Fresno. There's all kinds of them.
He's like, let's go to church in Fresno. I'm like, okay.
Okay, what do you mean? What do you mean that what
I feel like they feel like they're loud in there, like they're just like hyped up, like like.
Are they evangelical? Are they like
I
the
don't
Lord
know.
touched you? They are, right? Spiritual. They're called spiritual churches, right?
charismatic?
Oh, okay. What's the difference between charismatic and spiritual? What's the difference? Because those are the churches.
I've never heard of spiritual church.
I'm gonna send you something because I'm.
Because there's evangelical, there's charismatic, which is the same thing. Pentecostal, they're all the same.
So in the 9th Ward, you know, when Katrina came, there was a lot of churches that they closed and never opened again, and they called them spiritual churches because they believe that you could get anointed with the Spirit.
Yeah,
but
sure,
that's
that's
like Pentecostal, right?
same
That's
thing.
like same thing, right?
That's the one where-
Evangelical,
is that the one where the
charismatic.
girls wear the skirts?
No, that's Adventist.
No, there was a couple of my high
Seventh
school.
Day Adventist.
There's a
Where they
couple.
wear the long skirt
Yeah.
and they can't show their neck.
I
and
worked
things
with a lady
that.
like that.
The jean ones. Oh, the
She
jean
was
ones.
the
jean-
biggest
Yeah.
hoe.
For real.
She was the biggest hoe. It was my first job.
Bro,
Esta
bro.
señora llegaba con la falda hasta acá y daba las nalgas así. Estaba cabrón. I swear to God, I was like, why do you wear those long skirts? And she was like, I'm religious.
It's just easier to take off.
And then after I was there, like, 4 or 5 months, I'm like, no chingas, girl. Okay, pues.
Praise
just
God.
saying. Praise Jesus.
So now your son goes to church.
Yeah.
He finds church somehow. Probably
Yeah.
his homies invited
Nah, his
him.
little
or something.
girlfriend he had.
His girlfriend.
Yeah.
it's always the girl.
Always the girlfriend. Just follow
But
it.
I feel like so I've had him since I was 6 years old living with me.
Okay.
And I felt like he just felt not wanted maybe for somebody. Like I always told him he did, but maybe with his mom leaving him, like just kind of
His mom left him?
Yeah, she left him with me since he was like 6.
Has
So
she
I've
come
had-
back or no?
He got to the point where he was like, I don't want to talk to her no more, So my wife pretty much raised him since he was 6.
That's pretty rough.
But I think that's where he was like, okay, I'm happy with this girl right here. Like I feel happy in this space,
That's good.
And I'm like, if that's what you like, bro.
And so
like,
she took him to church, and then you followed suit.
yeah, like maybe like about a month or 2 months later.
So here's the thing. I'm not religious right
Yeah.
now, but I do respect the fact that he chose to be baptized. You
Yeah.
didn't take him when he was
No.
freaking 1 or 3 months, and
Yeah.
it's like, te vamos a bautizar, cabrón, you're Catholic, throw some water on this
Yeah.
monkey. The fact that he made his own decision and said, I want to be baptized, there's something big about that.
Yeah, it was
you know?
like pretty special moment. I think,
because
for me. Like,
because there's I was baptized into the Christian church.
Yeah.
And they dunked me, and it's symbolic of your burying your past life and then being washed and cleaned and,
Yeah.
and come back up,
You were
right?
baptized in the Catholic Church too, huh?
What's up?
You were baptized in the Catholic Church?
I was.
You're just collecting baptism.
I'm just collecting.
Little punch card. Entre todo. De todo un
Next.
poco.
Next.
You've only been baptized once?
De
Really?
dos poco.
And I was baptized in the spirit. That's why I know how to say Satarakata
Oh, that's
Shanta.
3.
3 baptisms.
Oh, and you do have that brujo degree from that class.
And, you gotta
And I'm a freaking ordained minister.
That's
Dang.
four.
So
I
I
told
can
you it's a
actually
punch
baptize
card
people.
with Martin.
And so you know, my son baptized his firstborn.
Yeah.
And you know, they did the whole thing with the padrinos, and they went to the church, and he did the whole song and dance. I was at the church. I was at the church. I took a picture holding the baby right there in the freaking altar. And then I went and took a picture behind the podium, just the pulpit, just because I said, hey, like I was pontificating right there. Take a picture. So we took a picture of me. I had to make it about me. I know the kid's getting baptized, but how about me? Take a picture of me. I might be a popo one day. And so, but it ended there.
Yeah.
That was the last one. The other 2, they're going to hell. They're not baptized.
Purgatory RS, huh?
Yeah, purgatory are us.
Like I said, my aunt, she's the one that when I go to her house, oh, ¿por qué todavía no los bautizado? Que da, 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 like, tienes que ir ahí. She's like pretty much saying like the Catholic Church is the real church, she was telling me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she
We are the only ones that have it right. Well, that's the thing. Every religion has it right. My favorite quote is by Alan Watts, and he said, one of my favorite quotes comes from Alan Watts, and he says, if the Christian church cannot continue to exist without telling everybody that it is the only way, then we're better off without it. And I believe that to fit every religion. If every religion is sitting there with the goal of converting everybody because this is the only fucking way, we don't need you. I think that's a bit too extreme.
Yeah, it is.
And if it fits you, that's fine. But don't force it on me. Don't force it on me. Which I feel is what happened, not to, beat a horse to death, but which is what happened right now. They're imposing people's beliefs on every woman in America.
Yeah.
Or on a lot of women in America. I shouldn't say everyone because California and Denver are going to be fine. But a lot of women are being forced to have the belief system of a lot of faiths.
Yeah.
And that's fucked up. That's
I got
fucked up.
kicked
You
out
believe
of-
it if you want, but don't force it on me.
I got kicked out of catechism, bro.
For?
I don't know. The lady told my mom, tus hijos están bien estúpidos. No se van a graduar de aquí. They kicked us out, bro.
Did you do your first communion?
No.
You didn't do your first
They
communion?
kicked us out of catechism. They kicked us out.
Bro, I went to catechism.
Is that the first one?
Yeah,
No.
catechism's the first one, no?
Confirmation's the first one?
Yeah, you do catechism to go to do your first communion. And
Yes.
then you do confirmation.
And then you do
Okay.
confirmation.
Bro,
Yeah.
my cousin's husband, this fool did his confirmation and sends me a video drinking a fucking just tequila. I just confirmated, bro. Ah!
I just confirmated.
Confirmated.
Why is he doing it
Damn.
all old and shit?
I don't know. They give you a little red bata and you're like, you know what I mean? I don't know. He was like 20 something, 28, 29.
That's so old. I would be like, fuck this. ¿Ya pa' qué?
Ya pa' qué chingados.
¿Qué te confirmas, güey?
Now, do you go to church on a regular basis?
When I'm in town on Sunday, I go. I try to go or just watch it. Just I feel like it makes me feel better. I don't know. Me personally, I try to think positively of everything. Like I try to listen to affirmation stuff. Just think positive. Like it's helped me a lot, honestly.
Affirmations
Yeah.
from the
Just-
church?
No, just like I just go on YouTube and look up different ones. Or if I go to bed, I'll just put it in my listen to it. Like, you are beautiful. You are gonna make it today.
I do. You know
Keep
what's
taking
funny?
your shirt off.
You know what's funny, bro?
Stop jacking off.
I think that... No, don't
The
stop.
Lord is watching. Ni mañana es iglesia.
Affirmations, I think, are... I listen to a lot of different mantras, like
Okay.
and chants
Yeah.
that tune into different frequencies that have been being chanted for many, many years,
Yeah.
and that's energy that's been put out. And there's a lot, a lot of people say that as humans, we are antennas that receive signals.
Yeah.
And whatever signal you're putting out is the signal that you're going to attract.
Yes.
And so when you
Reals.
make a conscious decision, there's people that wake up before anything happens. Like before, there's a lot of people that wake up when they have to wake up. They're like, okay, if I wake up, they actually look at the clock and say, when's the maximum amount of sleep I can get before I really have to get out of this fucking bed, right? And then there's people that are like, I'm going to get up before the hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it a point to get up at 4:30 before my phone starts ringing, before anything happens. And when I wake up, I am going to set my intentions for the day. I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to go on Twitter. I'm not going to go on social media. I'm not going to check out the fucking news. I'm not going to let any of that influence my thought process first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
The first thing in the morning, I'm going to take control of what my mindset will be for the day. And doesn't mean that you're going to succeed every time, but you'll find yourself saying, wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing? I had said this is what. And when you sit there at that stage where you're being less disturbed, where you don't have a bunch of shit in your head, when the things hasn't weighing on you and all the shit from 8 years ago that you wish, like, what the fuck was I thinking? when all that shit doesn't exist, when it's just in the morning, and all of a sudden you're able to focus on how you want your day to go. And this is what I want. This is what I want to manifest today, as far as like wherever I go, this is what I want the feeling to be. And then you take control for that. There's people that wake up and they're already influenced by what somebody said to them 3 days ago. It fucks with them. They are giving that person control over their entire mindset for that day, for however long.
Yeah.
There's people that walk around with grudges. That it's like people are saying, oh, well, that shit's going to hurt you more. Well, then fuck them. I'm not going to. Well, it's that person who's probably not even thinking of you anymore.
Yeah.
Is directly affecting your fucking mood and your life. You can't give people that much power. You have to take back that thing. So I'm a big believer in affirmations and in mantras and in waking up and saying, this is the intention that I want to put forward. Don't do it all the time. And sometimes you do it and then you forget and shit like that. But it doesn't matter. The fact is, once you start doing that and start making it a habit, you'll find how much more in control you are of your fucking existence.
And I think I felt that freedom too. Like when I had my own business, it was like I'm in control of this shit. Like if I want to make $1,000 today, I'm gonna make $1,000. It goes back to like you wake up in the morning, and some people wake up and they're like, "Fuck, I gotta go to this fucking job already again." Mm-hmm. Like you said, they wake up fucking pissed to go work.
They're already pissed. They're already pissed.
Yeah. I left late. There's gonna be traffic. My kid's not fucking ready. Da, 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 da.
Fucking kids. Fucking kids.
My son got a driver's license now, so he should be driving.
Oh, there you go.
Fucking. I don't trust him yet though, but.
So now your full-time job is?
It's just this social media, stand up. My wife just quit her job this year, so I kind of finally got her to get her. She was working for the EBT, the county, and I'm like, hey, you're bringing that negative shit to the fucking house. Like, you're mad because these people can't fucking get an EBT card. You're bringing that shit to the house. Like, I told yes, tú, like either get another job or quit that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck if we're poor. Like, I'd rather you be happy than
miserable.
Yeah, miserable for some fucking idiots that are on the street that not gonna try to work to make this out better. They just feel like they need the money, like they deserve it because they're from America, dog. Like, it's fucking go work, bitch.
Okay, Kim Kardashian.
Go work, bitch.
Okay, Kim Kardashian.
Go work, bitch. Like, I mean, ABT's cool, but damn, dog. At least buy me some carne asada.
The system is set up. The system is set up to make you fail.
Yeah, people they
and make you dependent on these. What are they giving you? $200 for groceries, and your ass is not going to work. Like, don't message me about this. I don't care. Like, you need to work. Like, everything that has a purpose and has a goal takes work. Martin is where he is because he worked at it. He continues to work at it. You are where you are because you continue to work at it.
You drove 4 hours to come do
this,
man.
drove the truth, right? And then you're gonna drive back.
Yeah,
you know, like you don't know what it takes during the day. Like, people see the post of maybe you see, you know, you're being funny, but I'm sure you're very busy. Martin's on tour. He's fucking exhausted. You know, brujeria is exhausting, by the way.
Dude, brujeria is exhausting.
Brujeria is
I feel
exhausting.
like it would take. I feel like people are like taking your energy, like you're giving them your kind of energy, like it just drains you. Like if somebody just has some kinds of problems, you're like,
completely.
You're almost like a therapist.
Yeah,
I am a lot like a therapist, and I also feel like therapists get told thank you a lot, and I don't. Like, I also feel like people think that I have to help. I have to help them. I don't have to help anyone. I choose to help you. But I just feel like it's very draining. But I think what people see is like, oh, you know, I'm fortunate and I'm blessed and I have a podcast and here we are. I'm going to laugh with Chiquis and we're going to talk about TikTok. And but in the middle, we're working towards a goal. So like I'm totally with that whole don't let the government make you a slave kind of a thing, because it will.
Yeah, I think that people do settle for scraps when there's a bigger fucking piece out there. You know, it's like there's literally coming to a pond thinking, look at all this water, and there's a whole fucking, you know, river of fresh water out there.
I know a guy who's a millionaire.
Not happy.
And he told me something once that has always stayed in my mind. He's like, success is a matter of who holds on the longest.
Of what?
Success is a matter of who holds on the longest. He's like, just keep going.
So
Just
stop.
keep going.
People are going to stop and you keep going.
And I think like people define success different. They think that some people think that fame is success. Some people think that money is success. Some people think that things are success. And, you know, and to be honest, they might be right for them. For in their life, that's what, if they define it as that, then that's their reality. The problem is, though, that once nothing is permanent.
No.
So when those things are gone, then where is your success at? If you're only defining your success by what you see in front of you versus by who you are as just a person, as a human fucking being, or as a spiritual being, you know, a thing isn't going to make you happy. No matter what. No, a piece of there's people that think, I'm going to save up because I want that fucking Louis Vuitton purse. And when I get that Louis Vuitton, you get the Louis Vuitton purse.
And it sits in your closet.
And then you want something else, or you want another thing, or you want, you know, or you think if I just hook up with this motherfucker right here, I'm going to be happy. If I get this, if I tear up this next cookie, if I get this much money, if I fucking, whatever the hell it is that you think is going to make you, it's not, because then you're just going to look for the next thing. If I get the sports car, if I just had this one sports car. I think that's also
like the leap of faith, right? Like at some point you had to see your life and you were like, I'm just going to take a leap of faith.
Yeah,
right?
and it took me losing my, like I was talking to you earlier, losing my smog license, bro. Like I was making literally, you know, I don't want to say the amount of money, but I was making good amount of money doing what I was doing, the illegal smogs. And I'll say it because you can go look it up on the website. If you go to the bar website, you can look up my whole thing, dog. It's public record.
You're making a killing.
Yeah, I was making a killing, but then I started doing the videos, and I was getting towards the end of when that happened. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I tried to go work back at the military base where I was working in Monterey, and I was like, I lasted 8 months. I'm like, I can't do this shit. Like, I'll stay home, watch the kids while you work. I signed up to go back to school because VA was paying me to go to school, and I finished school this year, LA Film School, and I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna start doing stand-up. Now that she quit her job, I can come do this shit like this, which is, you know what I mean? She believes in me. She believes in me.
That's half the battle.
And I have 4 kids. So if you don't have no fucking kids, you have no excuses.
Legitimately, right? Because you have like all these responsibilities. But also I feel like just from what you said about like your family and your dynamic, you're also breaking a lot of generational things. Like you're taking a lot of risks that your family, it sounds like, didn't take. Like your mom stayed around a lot when she should have left. And I think that you're like breaking ties to find your happiness. Yeah. And that's like a spiritual evolution, right? People think like brujeria is like, I'm going to pull a fucking rooster out of my ass. But caca!
That's a cock out of your ass, right? In my ass. Who put this cock in my ass? Oh, it's witchcraft. Oh, okay, leave it in there.
You see why I don't want to say it?
Hey, going back to that, like one time somebody.
I don't want to hear about a cock in your ass. It'll be good. 100.
At our shop, they threw like a dead chicken like.
Oh, you got enemies, huh?
Yeah, like shit, people would do shit.
I'm like, you got enemies,
I don't know. My dad, I don't fucking know.
It's always your dad. What's up with your dad,
dude? I'm telling you, but like I'm talking shit about him, but I learned what the hustle from him. Like that's what I take from him. You know, immigrant. This fool doesn't really know how to read or read. Right, but he can make money. He still has a auto repair business. So I learned that from him. The
hustle.
Yeah, he also. I mean, he bettered himself. I mean, he's like now he has another little kid. He's trying to make up for him with him. You know, like
how old is the little kid?
8 years old.
How old is your dad?
56, 58, 59, almost 60.
No chingues, papá. Are you watching this?
My daughter, dad, no mames.
No mames, dad. Yeah.
My daughter and
Son chingaderas.
My daughter and her uncle are the same age. Yeah. They're like a month apart.
You guys are really Mexican.
Nice.
There's 10
that's like legit.
grandkids now, I think. 10 grandkids.
That's legit, like legit. And I'm Mexican, but that's some
My
legit
dad's
Mexican
fucking. My
shit.
dad's savage.
That's some shit that like Jerry
That
stopped.
fool's
My
like,
husband's
that
family
dude
would
could make a
bust.
movie, bro, like about his life from coming from Mexico
Fucking
to
A.
coming here.
What part of Mexico is he from?
He's from Guanajuato.
Okay.
I mean, he hasn't been back like in since 40 years. You know?
With the momias.
Oh, yes.
They have mummies
But
there.
see, the generational thing you're talking about, when my grandpa came, he was kind of telling me, like, hey, your dad's like that because that's how I was, you know? And he's going to fucking end up like I am, bro, with nothing. Like, just, like, same shit, you know? If you,
I think about what an animal my dad was.
Yeah.
You know, now my dad was born in 1931. He had polio. He was in a small town in Mexico. That's during the Great Depression, right? I
Yeah.
mean, if America was and was starving, I mean, how was Mexico?
Fuck.
He wasn't supposed to survive. They put him out with the fucking animals, and one of his sisters just kept feeding him. This dude, his dad died when he was very young. By the time he was 13, he was on a boat fishing. You know, working,
Yeah.
you know, with grown ass men and, you know, with one leg this big. And so the level of nurturing did not exist.
Okay.
There was nothing there. Like this dude, you know, came here in the 1950s, worked in the fields, did whatever he was going to do. When he had kids, he was not equipped to be a father.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this dude would give me beers and say, here, take one for the road, you know, as I'm a teenager getting in a car. You
He's
know,
vas a
this-
tener sed, Martin.
What's that? Yeah,
He's
no,
vas a
like we'd
tener
be
sed,
drinking
vas a
and then I'd be
tener
like,
sed.
oh, I gotta go. He goes, llévatela en el camino. And it'd be like, this is a dude who would get loaded, pack up the whole family before seatbelts were even a thing. And we'd all be in the car with this motherfucker loaded off his fucking ass driving,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
crazy.
and the beer in between his legs, you know. So that's the parenting that I had.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm guessing the parenting your dad had was probably very similar
Yeah,
to that.
she has stories of like my grandpa would be like, hey, go take the cows to go eat and in the rain, bro. Like be in the rain all day. Come back with blisters on his mouth and shit. He said.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
See, I didn't
like,
get raised like that.
Like that, you know?
Yeah,
so he left for Mexico when he was like 13, 14, I think. And then just stayed here and then went back.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's, you know what? That's, my dad was raised like that. His brothers were like assholes to him. You
Yeah.
know, they beat the shit out of him, and he's like, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, because
And
my
he just
grandma
left.
passed away when she was like, I don't know. I think they were like, he was probably like 8, 9, 10. maybe
Oh,
when
he was little.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, what chance did that poor bastard have? You know, so like, I've made peace with my dad now after he's been dead because, you know, when you're young, you just have this expectation of what a dad should be. You know, I grew up watching the fucking Brady Bunch. Why is Mike Brady not calling? Why is Juan Moreno not calling a family meeting and taking us on vacation to Hawaii? I feel fucking cheated here.
Where the fuck is our housekeeper?
You know, why don't we have a
fuck
dog
is our-
named Tiger?
Tiger.
You know, so you know, I was part of the, and look, a lot of America was, you know, they believed that Leave It to Beaver was what a family should
Yeah.
be. That was what a family unit should be.
That's crazy.
And
Full house.
and so you start thinking,
Right.
this is like, why is my dad? Why does he have all these shortcomings? And you start judging them for that, and you start expecting, like, you feel like, you know, like, God damn it, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. But at the end of the day, he did the best that he could with the limited tools that he had. He didn't have tools.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think that a lot of us are products of that, or products of parents who, you know, just even today there's parents who are fucked up. You
No,
know,
they are.
They there is no book. As much as people try to say this is how you parent, there's no goddamn book, because no matter how, I know people that grew up with no parents who are extremely successful human and great human beings. And then I know people that grew up with loving parents and they're pieces of shit. You know what I mean? They're piece of shit humans. Yeah. So it's I think that too many people take the credit, you know, like, well, my kid's going to Harvard. Yeah, you know, would they be that? Hey, my kid's going to prison. It's not your fault that your kid's going to prison, and it's not. A lot of times, sometimes, you know, if your kid is going to college, you did put in some work, right? You probably put in some work. But there's other kids that they just put in the work by themselves.
Yeah, get
No
grants and
parent.
other
Yeah, they
bullshit
just
they
have that.
There's
that
kids who are
motivation.
so self-sufficient that their parents are a complete fucking mess, and they're like going to Harvard.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like
so,
they have,
so,
and there's kids whose parents are cool, and they're like, nah, I'm straight. I'm just gonna fucking figure it out later.
I'm just gonna chill.
Yeah, my dad was I think when I lost the shop like that, because I was like, oh, I gave you this and you fucked it up, kind of type of deal. And then they're like, he's like, oh, you're gonna do comedy now? What the like? Oh, any Mexican parent, don't pagar, like what? But there came a moment where I was doing my own show in Salinas, and he's I want to try to go up there and tell jokes, you know. Like for me, it was like, oh, this was accepting me, you know, accepting what I'm doing now finally, you know. Type of deal. He went up there and said some Pepito jokes and shit like
Pepito jokes.
That's funny.
But he went up there, you know, like I felt like, okay, he accepted what the fuck I'm doing now, you know.
That's funny.
You know,
That's good.
He's like, you could do it, me too, pues.
Yeah, pretty much.
Si se puede.
Try to battle me and shit.
4 kids, and you're out there living the dream.
Yeah, man. I love this. I feel like nobody could stop me, bro.
Wow. I like it.
I've done it for the most part on my own, just off a phone, recording videos, bro. No crew, no nothing, just recording videos off a phone, making money off your phone. It's the time we live in, bro.
There you go.
But it's also your destiny. Life is long, destiny short.
Yeah. I just love making videos and making people laugh, bro. Like I just love it, man. It's awesome. It's like an amazing feeling.
And he has like no complex. He's like, take off my shirt, walk around, walk
Don't give
around.
a fuck.
If I wasn't married, I would probably do something full butt naked, like.
Well, we can't put it on social
Shout
media.
out to your wife.
OnlyFans?
You can't OnlyFans.
Pornhub, YouPorn.
Hysterical.
I wouldn't say like, I'm not saying like a porno, but I would do some shit like, you know, like some Eric, what's his name? Eric Andre shit, like some shit like that, or some Jackass shit.
Eric Andre's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do some
Yeah.
shit like that. Like
He killed it on the Righteous Gemstones, by the way.
I haven't seen that.
He plays
when he's
he
on.
plays a
Haven't seen the
televangelist.
second. Oh, does he?
Oh my God,
it's
fucking
fucking funny, bro.
dude, just this. His first when he's out there preaching and people are falling. I was laughing so fucking hard. I played it again because
That's
it was
fucking
that
funny.
funny. He killed it. Just killed it.
Well, you never know. Maybe we'll see you up there playing a.
Hopefully one day.
There you go.
Dude, congratulations
Oh, yeah,
to you, and it takes huevos to say this is what I'm gonna do. And when you said right now, you said something that was awesome. You said nobody can stop me. I've done it with my fucking phone, and I'm making money, and I'm paying my bills. What else? What else do you need?
And I'm happy.
And you're happy, and you're doing it your way, and you're doing the humor that you understand, that you like, and there's a market for it. You
Yeah.
know, there's some people that are gonna be like, man, fuck this crazy motherfucker.
Oh, I
you
get
know?
the message all the time. Some fool sent me a message yesterday. Hey, you look like a bitch. That's
They take the time
that's
to
all
do
the
that?
message said. Like, hey, you look like a bitch.
I don't understand people who fucking take the time to do dumb shit.
Bro, it's
like
crazy.
that.
And then you block them, and then they make another page and like, why you blocked before, bitch?
People are dumb. I posted something on Che about herbs, how they work, and somebody posted, yeah, my friend, and tagged him is an herbalist, and people should follow him.
Yeah, he
And,
works for Herbalife.
like totally pitching somebody on my fucking post. So I replied because I'm funny too, and I put, I cannot believe that you know that I could hex you and you put this. That's ballsy.
Damn.
I like how have you ever been on TikTok and people like, they're like, what is it? I don't take none of this energy. What do they put always? They put some shit like that. I don't approve this energy.
I don't accept any of your negative.
Yeah,
It's
some
still
creepy
going,
shit.
bitch. Clean yourself because it's going. That's not. You cannot be like.
That's so.
They
funny.
say I do not claim this energy. They always say.
Yeah.
'Cause there's the girl. Have you seen the girl that does the little sticks?
The
And then
divining
with
rods.
with the talking doll.
The what?
She has a doll and it talks. Like it's her like little doll she has, and the doll talks and shit through the little spirit box.
Stop it.
That's just, she has millions of views on her, bro.
Lord.
So straight what's it, Ghost Adventures shit.
I'm gonna tell Tammy.
You-
We have somebody who comes on here who actually does that.
Ghost Adventures.
She's a.
They did the
paranormal
Steinbeck
researcher.
place in Salinas, the John Steinbeck Center.
The
House.
what?
John Steinbeck, you know the author John
Yeah.
Steinbeck? There's his old house is there, so the Ghost Adventures did his house,
And
and there's like people like talking and shit like crazy, supposedly.
Well, that like I have friends from San Jose, and I've
Winchester?
been. Yeah, and I've been to Winchester. I also went to a place in Los Gatos that
Yeah.
was supposedly haunted. But I mean, okay, I think a lot of places are haunted.
Yeah.
I just don't think that they're gonna come out.
They said when John Steinbeck said when his mom died that he seen a flashing something go through the house. Something I don't know. That's what he wrote in one of his books. I don't know if it was real.
I think everything could be real, right?
Yeah, anything could.
Where were you stationed in the military? Germany?
Bomb holder Germany.
Germany has a lot of stuff going on with itself, too.
I was just 21. I was wanting the party.
Germany at 21.
I'm trying to not see no historical shit.
He's like, they're like, you want to go to Normandy? You want to go here? You could go everywhere.
Yeah, we go to Normandy, right there, the strip club. And they don't give you they have fake money because they don't have a real dollar bill. So you have to go like trade in your money and get funny money, and you start making it right with the fake money.
In Germany, they don't give you real money?
Well, you have to get like, because they don't have a dollar bill.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't have a dollar bill.
So you give them a 20 and they give you fake ones?
Yeah, fake ones.
Ah.
To make it rain.
To make it rain.
Motherfuckers love to make it rain.
That was the first place they told us not to go when I got to the base, and that's the first place we went.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of strippers on TikTok too. Have you seen them? And there's like big strippers, little. I want to tell you, shout out to all the big strippers because you all got some confidence like a motherfucker. Bo Pope. I see these girls and I'm like, more power to you, girl. And they come home with a bag full of money.
There you go.
And I know that if things go south, you know who's gonna get encuerada because these chicks are making. I will fucking go to.
There's a market for
Atlanta because somehow Atlanta seems to be the place to be for these big girls, and they're making gangs of money.
I'm about to let my hair straighten out my hair and go out there too. Shit.
We found you your next gig.
I'm telling you, man, it's all a hustle.
Yeah, it is.
It's all a
anything you do,
hustle. Whether you're stripping, whether you're trying to make people laugh, whether you're jumping around, whether you're doing witchcraft, whatever you're doing, you're helping and you're hustling.
Yeah.
You know, because you still got to eat.
Yes.
It's great to help people, but you still got to eat, you know? And congratulations to you for still fucking managing to eat with
eating,
doing
bro.
what you love, you know?
Congratulations.
We're going to start wrapping it up. Anything you want to plug, anything you want to say? First of all, I want to say thanks for coming out here and making the freaking the commute all the way over here. You know, I met you a while back, you know, and you know, when you started doing comedy and you started doing Spanish and you started doing English, and you just, like I said, you're one of them dudes that just grinds, and I respect that grind. I respect the hustle. I respect the freaking, you know, you're not waiting for somebody to come and give you an opportunity. You're creating your own opportunity. You're getting your own fans. Fucking props.
Yeah, how I got on his show was I seen you're gonna be at the Improv, and I never messaged you or talked to you ever. I messaged George Perez. I was like, hey bro, you know I'm new to comedy. Can I get some time? And he's like, oh, I don't know, man. It's Martin Shuck. I asked him, and then that's the first time I ever met you, and I was only doing comedy 6 months. But I wouldn't give a fuck. I messaged people. You guys are people, dog. Like, I mean, you're a cool ass dude. I met you in person already. Like, I met, you know, Felipe Esparza, all these dudes that people are like, oh damn, these guys are amazing, like big. Like I meet them, and to me, it's like also like a cool dream, you know. Like, oh shit, I met these guys. I made it this far, you know, on my own, bro. Just messaging, DMing people. Can I get some stage time, you know? And
that's so fun. You know, people misuse the sliding into the DMs. Yeah. They slide into the DMs trying to get some pussy. No, seriously, that's what
get some money.
That's what sliding into the
free.
DMs was, right? Oh, I slid into her DMs, and the reality is that if you slide in the proper way, and you'd be surprised what kind of doors open up.
Oh yeah, a lot have opened up for me.
I mean, there's a lot of no's. Because I get a lot of people slipping into my DMs talking about, let's collaborate on a, you know, we need fucking this many influence. I mean, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, I represent blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm sure you get those too.
Yeah,
you know?
people like.
I get those too now. Those people are weird.
I had a couple people
right?
message me like they do like brujeria shit too. So I don't know, you don't do brujeria, but they do brujeria.
I do brujeria.
Oh, okay, they do that. And then they message me, hey, me puedes promover? And they're like, so like I'll promote it.
Oh, that's nice of you. I don't ever message people to tell them to promote me. I'll message people.
They pay me though.
Well, there you go. I don't pay anyone. They have to like it has to be real. Like I have to really have helped you. And then if you want to refer someone to me, you can. But
these get random people. These
yeah,
are like, hey,
no.
put my shit with my number. I want some random people like, and they would get people because she would hit me up to promote again.
Bro, I walk in Santa Monica, Venice by the beach, and there's places where I see like all over LA, it'll be like a banner outside of a house.
Yeah.
And it'll say psychic advisor.
There's one like that.
Leemos las cartas.
Psychic advisor, $25 initial consultation.
That's the hook.
Come on in, and then I'm
The
sure you
$25 is the hook.
Yeah, and then you go in, and I'm sure they tell you, oh, there's so much shit that I see here, but you're gonna have to get a longer reading. I mean, I don't know that that's what it is, but it's got to be, right?
I mean, I think that there's a lot of, sorry, that's my son. I think that there's a lot of fake brujos, and I think that if you have to pay for somebody to shout you out, that's suspect. Me personally, right? I mean, it's good for you because what do you care, right?
Yeah.
Like, dude. But I also think that the DMs are used wrong.
Yeah.
Like I met Martin through a message, and I've met a lot of really cool people through messages, and they've messaged me or I've messaged them, and it's been cool, But I think that if you don't hustle and you think it's gonna come to you because you're funny at home or I'm a good psychic at my house, nobody knows that I'm psychic. Like, who the fuck am I? So I think that you definitely have to like hustle. Like the hustle is really the struggle, right?
It's real.
Yeah, like I don't wait, bro. Like for me, another big milestone for me was doing a weekend with Paul Rodriguez. But like, when the hell would me thinking I'm gonna be on a show with this guy, bro? Like, you know what I mean? This Mexican comic legend, bro. Like me coming from Salinas, doing mechanic, bro. Now I'm doing this shit.
He's all me and my cricket smugs.
Yeah, bro. Like the cricket strike. Now I'm here. Like
That's
that for me
fantastic.
was another milestone, bro. Like meeting you guys, bro, and seeing you guys on TV, because you guys are all, in that little era, of the Latino. Like I feel like there was an era where you guys were just all killing it, thought like yeah, and you guys kind of just were like, everybody's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, no, it was. There was a time when it was like
San Jose was popping all the time over there with like all that shit.
Popping.
Monterey, Planet Gemini, like
Planet Gemini with the twins.
yeah, man.
That sounds like a. Forget it.
No. It was these two dudes that own it.
It sounds like a weird porno.
Anthony, yeah.
Like a weird porno,
Right, Planet Gemini. Like, hey, come to Planet Gemini with
Yeah.
the twins.
I was saying, I mean, it's just a good feeling for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, thank you for joining us. Continued success, many blessings, and and props to you for like I said, for your hustle, cabron. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Brujo 101. Check out Ashe Imports for all your brujeria needs. And I give you props because most of your brujeria needs. And
We're not going to fulfill all your needs.
well,
That would get very expensive.
those are different needs.
Just saying.
special
No,
needs.
but like, anything brujo related or questions related. If you're coming from a good place, if you're a piece of shit and, then don't even bother. But if you're coming from a good place.
Oh my
And so,
God.
no, that's true. There's times where you say, "Oh, I don't want to fuck with these people."
that has happened. I share those with Martin. I'll send Martin the screenshot.
So that's why I say that. Just because you show up and slide in, don't mean that they're gonna be. Sometimes they can look and say, "Oh, fuck this person,"
It's gonna
which
be-
is, and a lot of times it's the profile says a lot about a person. I feel.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it does too. I usually, even if you're crazy, I will respond back because I was just raised polite. I don't know. It's the fucking.
I like responding back sometimes.
I respond back all the time because I feel like, okay, let's go. But definitely you guys can message me. I will pop up July 16th and I'll be posting it on Ashe. So yeah.
Boom. Julian,
Thank
Gordo
you.
Mamon, anything you want to say?
No, just like thank you, man, for having me on here. Let's get some. We need some air conditioning for the next one, though.
Thank you, guys. Thoughts and prayers.
Thank you, guys.
Hallelujah. Satarakata Shanda. Muchos blessings y wiki.
Wiki. Okay.
Wiki. Huh?